The T-Rex is one of the scariest dinosaurs to ever walk the face of the earth, and Jurassic Park definitely cemented it as the king of the dinosaurs. But was the T-Rex really unbeatable?
Okay, so to answer that question, when it comes to other theropods, T-Rex would beat them most of the time, unless if it's another T-Rex. If it's something like a Triceratops, Ankylosauropod, T-Rex would stand little chance.
Was it unstoppable? The ultimate killer? Well, that's what we're going to find out today, because we got 10 dinosaurs that can kill a T-Rex. So let's get it. But before we get into it, make sure you go subscribe.
Oh, look at this T-Rex evolutionary journey T-Rex with all of those crazy, good old feathery.
Only 20% of y'all are subscribed, so make sure you change that. Hit the subscribe button and notifications. It helps out a ton. It lets you see awesome videos every single day. You're subscribed. No, we're amazing. Let's crush it. Just keep on doing it. Now, let's get it. The Dinosuchus is like the world's biggest and scariest crocodile.
Does this look like a Dinosuchus? Dinosuchus looks more like an alligator than a crocodile. Dinosuchus is not a crocodile, it's a crocodilian.
Growing up to 35 feet long and weighing several tons.
That estimate is more probable for Dinosuchus riograndensis.
And fun fact, the T-Rex and the Dinosuchus would have actually fought several million years in the past.
Unfortunately for you, the T-Rex and Dinosuchus did not coexist with each other.
We have found some T-Rex bones with Dinosuchus bite marks on them.
There's literally none that I could find. Even if there is, it is probably on another dinosaur that actually coexisted with the Dinosuchus.
And trust me, these things definitely packed a punch. They would hunt like modern day crocodiles, lurking near the water's edge and then launching itself up out of the water, grabbing its prey and dragging them down to drown them in the water.
Not to mention they could also do the death roll.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the T-Rex could survive something like that. Hey, we actually saw this one
Oh god, Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3.
play out in Jurassic Park, and the Spinosaurus won. And it can do it again here too.
Okay, so Jurassic Park 3 Spino could defeat a T-Rex, probably a tie or something. Probably more in Spino's favor because Spino is incredibly aggressive. But in real life, the Spino would have absolutely no way of beating a T-Rex. Its neck position makes it vulnerable to a T-Rex bite. It's actually unfair.
Millions of years ago, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, well, the Spinosaurus was a dominant predator, both on land and in the sea. And this makes it a bit of an interesting fight, because it's essentially an imbalanced crocodile versus a lion on land. Well, again, it would be like an alligator versus a lion in the water.
How do you justify comparing T-Rex versus Spinosaurus to lion versus alligator / crocodile? It makes absolutely no sense.
The Spinosaurus can fight on land, but it was truly in its element in the water.
I don't know. Even in shallow waters, even though the Spino can put up a better fight, T-Rex still wins.
And we kind of see that in just the way it's built. It's larger than the T-Rex, but it's also not as heavy.
That means it is smaller. It is longer, but it is smaller.
Not as much weight to throw around. Basically, what I'm saying is, on land, it's anyone's game.
On land, T-Rex wins most of the time.
But in the water, game over.
Not really. T-Rex could still swim quite well.
You think an anaconda is big and scary?
Oh my god. Titanoboa is in the list. Titanoboa suddenly gets thrown around by the T-Rex. Titanoboa is just too small.
Well, just wait till you see a Titanoboa. Snake that's 5 times bigger. It's easily the biggest.
Do you mean 5 times longer? You mean 5 times longer? Titanoboa was more than 5 times bigger.
The scariest snake that's ever slivered on the face of the planet, growing up to 50 feet long and weighing 2,500 pounds.
50 feet long. Even the upper estimate says it's 47.
That's like the size of the tractor trailers you see on the interstate.
Length of the whatever tracker you just said.
It's kind of debatable on how the snake hunted exactly. It could have been like the boa constrictor, constricting and asphyxiating its prey. But others argue that it was more like the anaconda, lurking in the shadows, then ambushing prey with a big time blow. Either way, it could ambush and kill a T Rex before it even knew what was happening.
Unfortunately, even in an ambush, the T-Rex would try. Why didn't the T-Rex try and fight back in this screen? The T-Rex should have tried and fought back. The T-Rex fights back and then bites on the Titanoboa, throwing it around. That's it.
The Megalodon is one of the largest predators to have ever lived.
Okay, so the Megalodon on land only has a 10% chance of winning. If it's on water, 100 out of 100.
An apex predator swimming down in the dark depths of the ocean. The biggest shark to ever live. 3 times bigger than the biggest great white.
3 tons bigger than the biggest great white shark. The biggest great white shark measured in at around 5,000 pounds, aka let's say around 2 point something tons. Megalodon, this quote-unquote Megalodon is only 5 tons, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Megalodon should be much bigger than that.
It could open its jaws wide enough to fit 2 whole people side to side. Then it comes crashing down with 270 piercing teeth, one of the strongest bite forces in the animal kingdom. If a T-Rex ever found itself unlucky enough to be trapped out in the ocean, wander a little bit too far in the waves, well, it's just going to be a tasty snack for this thing.
Well, fortunately for the T-Rex, it went extinct a long time before Megalodon appeared, so it doesn't have to deal with Megalodon.
We saw this thing in Jurassic.
Okay, so Dominion Therizinosaurus is ironically accurate. However, even then, it does not beat a T-Rex. Look, I know it has those meter-long claws, but look at its neck. So slim. It's just gonna get crushed by the T-Rex.
World Dominion, and let me tell you, it's just as scary in real life. It's absolutely massive, extremely aggressive and territorial.
That applies to most other herbivores in general. Do you want to really mess around with a hadrosaur?
And is basically acting like a dinosaur Wolverine, well, with those 3 massive claws on each arm. They might have been herbivores, they might have been omnivores. We don't really know, we've never seen a skull or a full skeleton, so it's a little bit of guesswork there. But one thing's for sure.
Alright, now just showing Nothronicus from Planet Dinosaur. You should have kept showing Therizinosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion. It's accurate. Somewhat.
With its size and those massive claws, it could take down and kill any predator that comes its way, even a T-Rex.
It can kill a T-Rex for sure, but the T-Rex would probably delete the Therizinosaurus' neck before the T-Rex gets stabbed and bleeds out.
One of the largest armored dinosaurs out there.
At least they showed something that could actually beat a T-Rex. Anky.
The Ankylosaurus is essentially a walking, living, prehistoric tank. It's absolutely massive, weighing in at 4 tons and
Ankylosaurus is bigger than 4 tons, also showing Walking with Dinosaurs Anky, which has a wrong pattern in its osteoderms.
20 feet long, and its thick, bony armor makes it almost impossible to bite into and take down. But the real kicker here is the big club that the Ankylosaurus has on the end of its tail.
Ankylosaurus. This pronunciation is reminding me of another person's pronunciation that I forgot of.
And with that thing, that giant weapon on its tail, well, it can take down plenty of predators that come its way. even a T-Rex. The Sarcosuchus is
Americano pronunciation alert. Sarcosuchus.
another gigantic ancestor of the crocodile.
Unfortunately, what you're showing now is the infamous time-traveling Sarcosuchus from Planet Dinosaur.
30 feet long and 4.5 tons, with 75% of its skull being just purely jaws. It basically ate anything that it could get in its mouth and overpower and kill. It would lurk and wait in the murky waters, waiting for fish to swim by or a dinosaur to come take a drink. Then it would jump out, catch its prey by surprise, bite down, and drag the prey into the water where they'd be drowned. If the Dinosuchus is able to take down a T-Rex, and it could, I think the Sarcosuchus can as well.
It would probably have a more difficult time defeating a T-Rex.
The Triceratops.
Okay, at least the dude also included Triceratops. Unfortunately, this is Clash of the Dinosaurs Triceratops.
Is one of the most iconic dinosaurs out there, with its 3 signature horns and massive body. This thing is like the size of an African elephant.
Okay, so Triceratops horridus is about slightly larger than an average African elephant. Triceratops prorsus, on the other hand, much larger than the African elephant.
It's one of the biggest heads out of any land animal ever. Its skull is literally like 1/3 of its entire body. The Triceratops' horns and its giant frill were used for mating displays, combat against other Triceratops, and also defense against its main enemy, the T-Rex.
I've said it so many times before, and I'm not going to say it again.
Paleontologists have even uncovered healed T-Rex bites on Triceratops, suggesting that they survived the encounter. They found T-Rex bones with evidence that Triceratops injured them. That's crazy.
Not crazy, considering the fact that they have to fend off T-Rexes every so often.
The Mosasaurus is an enormous aquatic
Jurassic World Mosasaurus is completely oversized compared to its real-life counterpart.
lizard, growing up to 50 feet long and filled with teeth and power and killing potential.
Mosasaurus probably reached up to 13 meters.
They lived near the water. They actually breathed air like whales or dolphins. It would eat anything that crossed their path. Fish, whales, dinosaurs, even other mosasauruses. If a T-Rex was ever
And of course, there's that Indominus Rex that is just completely fictional.
unlucky enough to cross its path, well, the mosasaurus would just gobble right on up. We saw this fight play out in the newest Jurassic World, and it's entirely possible that the fight would have played out the exact same way in the real world.
Absolutely not. The Dominion Giganotosaurus is bigger and stronger than reality.
It's one of the largest predators ever, one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs to ever walk the earth.
It is the second largest terrestrial carnivore to have ever existed, only behind T-Rex.
Even slightly bigger than the T-Rex. They were big, they were strong, they were fast, had a huge skull with sharp teeth and insane crushing power. Their teeth were 8 inches long, their skull was bigger than a whole person. The Giganotosaurus is terrifying and could definitely take down the T-Rex.
Well, it's not the case most of the time. So that's pretty much it for the video. All things considered, this video is not good, but it's definitely not horrible, especially compared to that bright side, because this dude actually gets to the point straight away. So I gotta give props to that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.